Test test. Test test. Test test. Test test. Test test. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be starting Mass Effect 2 today. We finished Mass Effect 1 yesterday, so if you want to see the end of that, go ahead and check out that stream. Be on hardcore pain in the ass fight against Saren. But we got it done, and now we're ready for Mass Effect 2. Alright. Let's import me one character. Yep. Play on hardcore, auto level off, subtitles off. Yes. Yep. 53, yep. Soldier, Paragon, Rex survived, Aiden died, saved the council, gave it to Anderson. And this is the game that most people will tell you is their favorite. I'd say it's I like the third one probably the best, but this definitely definitely elevated the plot of the series. They got well-known actors to play big roles, updated the graphics, and this even looks even better. Like her suit looks awesome. And what they did a lot in Mass Effect 2 to make other things look better and shortcut other stuff was that they stretched textures to where like the belt wasn't, it was always a separate texture, but like the seams under suit would just be one texture that was stretched over. So at a distance, it would look like there's a seam there, but it's all just one piece when you look at the texture. They've actually fixed that too. It looks like. Booyah. 1 month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, the Galactic community struggles to rebuild. The Alliance fleet made tremendous sacrifices to save the Citadel Council and earn humanity's membership in the Prestige Group. Now, the Council is forced to respond to evidence of Reaper's enormous machines that eradicated all organic life 50,000 years ago have returned to quell the rumors. The Council has set Commander Shepard in Normandy out to get rid of the Geth, but others know the truth. That's the big thing in the advertising. They kept saying, hey, in this game, Shepard will die. And so everybody kind of thought it was going to happen in the end. And then I started game testing before this game came out, and then this is the game I ended up having to do a lot of testing on. So I had the beginning of this game spoiled for me, basically. So they kept the hair color changed. So that's Choco that walked by, and then Presley here. His hair is a little bit gray, but it's not white like it was in the original. They definitely smoothed out this cutscene. That explosion killed Presley. That killed her. And the marketing campaign on this game. Uh, wait, don't even know her name. The chick who dies? No, I don't. Do you know her name? That campaign for this game was really strong. This is what got a lot of people into it. Game's audio is not coming through. Oh, you're right. It's not. There we go. Sorry about that. So I had turned that back on.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Yes, everything looks so good. Wow. The main difference I'm hoping to see here is not so much graphics, but like it running a lot smoother.
We've suffered heavy damage from an unknown enemy. Come on, baby, hold together. Hold together.
That's a cool scene. You see the ship just starting to parts of it floating away. They're not fixing this. The ship's fucked. And the fact that like all the audio is basically gone because you wouldn't hear anything. Though you are kind of hearing like faded explosions. I guess it's my footsteps.
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
The Normandy's dead. Just like us, we don't get the hell out of here.
No, we just have to... Oh, no. They're coming around for another attack.
Let's go. Come on, brittle boy, bone boy. And this game definitely pushed it even more to the cinematic view, so it definitely felt more like you were playing even a movie. I mean, the first game does it really well too. So you get to suffocate in space and possibly burn up in the atmosphere. I think they just find your body orbiting. Okay, so let's say yes. So we can see what the Genesis thing is, but I mean, I already made all the decisions. That's weird. I guess it just gives you the recap of the last game.
Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine.
Hey, Sky.
Anything but.
Thank you for liking it.
Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission. Answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was...
So let's recap the last game.
I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Kaidan Olenko.
Kaidan did not look that badass.
Loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol. Gunnery Chief
And she looked way more butch than that.
A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around.
So if you don't play the first one and you just start either 2 or 3, you get this comic, but you get to make choices.
The colony had dug it up, and whoever
Though at least the main choices from the games you get to make in the comic, so you can kind of set the backstory more.
Hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed
Actually, I think
reasonable
with
we could
multi-stream
persuade
chats,
the
I can see
Council
more
that
than
the ship
just
we'd seen was a potential
Twitch.
threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Adina's pointed
So
accusations
they made
weren't enough to
this,
convince
but
the
I don't
Council.
think there is actually a
They just
physical
couldn't
Genesis
believe one
comic
of their
out
chosen
there.
elite Spectres could be guilty of
I could be
something like
wrong,
that.
but I mean, like, they went through all the trouble
needed
of drawing
proof,
all this work and
which
drawing it in
meant
comic book
I needed
style.
proof.
Makes it feel like
Fortunately,
this
I
should
wasn't
be
alone in my search.
an actual book in
Garrett,
existence.
another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent
Who's
for
not
Citadel
green.
Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he
That
shouldn't get
coloring's
involved,
off.
he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest-looking Krogan bounty hunter
Which
I'd
they
ever
did not
seen.
make his face look right
He
at
turned
all.
out to be more than just a brute.
I mean, come
It
on.
was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tally. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd
Yeah, they made Garrus look old and
procured some
green,
information
and like
on
they
Saren.
didn't do the ridge of
Evidence
Rex's
that proved Saren
head
was
correct,
dirty.
because there's definitely a division, and
Tally's
like he's
evidence
more
proved that
lizard-like.
Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had
Man,
to be
this
stopped.
recaps it very
They stripped
slowly.
him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the
I
first
think it's at
human
least 15 minutes
Spectre.
long.
My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was
Made
unexpected,
her boobs bigger in the comic.
but
Yeah, they
not
did.
at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned
But
about
she's
the
pretty.
connection I
She's
shared
pretty
with Liara.
top heavy by the time you get to
As
3.
commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently,
Yeah,
she
so
felt
it's going through all the choices I've made in the
but we
first
agreed we
game.
wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren.
Whereas at this point, it would
Thanks
ask
to
you, "Hey,
Liara's
do
help,
you choose
we got the
Liara
next
or Ashley?"
Benezia. Saren had taken her to Novarian, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race
No,
of
she just got older,
insect-like
that's all.
creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from
Remember,
the
she's
Rachni
106
Queen.
years old in the first game,
The
which
Queen's
means
drones
like
were everywhere, and they weren't happy.
she's considered a little bit more than a child, so she's considered adolescent at that point. So
By the time
her
we
body was
arrived,
going through
Saren
some
was
changes.
With the information. I
Because
tried
this
to
is
reason
2 years
with
later, so
Benezia,
she's
but
108.
Saren had indoctrinated her.
And then maybe the year
He had
later
somehow
for
acquired the
3.
ability to control people's
So she's
actions
at least
and
109,
wills.
110 by
Benezia
the
wouldn't
time the
surrender.
game, the story ends.
Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni queen to deal with.
Oh, she wasn't
claimed her
angry.
drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins.
Wow, that sounded like I couldn't do it,
Queen
like
was
let
true
her
to
go.
her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, it was quickly running out of time and
So they,
places to
they
hide.
skipped the
I
Pharaoh's
tracked
mission
him down at his
completely.
base on Vermeer.
That's just
But we
more
soon learned it was
information.
more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan.
Which
He
it
found
didn't
a
really
cure
look
for
like
the
that.
genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy
Yeah,
the base.
what the hell? You guys
all
fucked up
its
Grunt's,
research.
Rex's face.
disagreed.
Like it's flat and not
Rex wanted the
projected
decade to
out
cure
because
for
he's
his
a
people.
lizard.
I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real.
Like he had the game and
back down.
concept art to reference, guys.
Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks,
They also just didn't know how to
Realized
make a
this
lizard
wasn't the way to
face
help his people.
properly.
and that Saren was the
Like this is a
real.
little bit better, but it still doesn't look
When we
right.
finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me,
Dun dun dun.
threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Caden with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We
Oh,
fought.
that's a little
I
hoverboard.
stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper.
Dun dun dun.
And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control. Said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Caden was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Caden's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last.
Dun dun dun.
Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other.
Man, Garrus is not green
was
or
perfect.
yellow.
While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of light.
That's a cool scene to do
The
the
Protheans had fought,
Mako drop
died.
like that.
Like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel.
I did
He
not
was
see
intact,
Garrus pull off that
but
move.
heavily damaged. He had caught the
Let
Council
alone
fleets by
anybody
surprise
dual
in the
wield
moment
any
now
weapon.
regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel.
Alright, Chuckles, you're
But
banned.
Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council had to be saved. They represented the hearts and minds of the galactic community. Without them, the fleets would be in disarray. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet. The battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it.
Ha.
No ambition to get in
Yeah,
the
it
way.
sucks.
The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
Then I ended up dead. So yeah, if you can watch it, you can skip it whenever if you bring in your own character. But for people's viewing pleasure, I'd watch it here. But that's the Genesis stuff, which is in both 2 and 3, so that you can get a recap of what's going on without playing the first 2 games or the first
The
game.
Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Yeah, my bones were broken. I'm missing a vertebrae there. Yeah, play the first game. It's worth it. I beat it in 4 days, so it's not that bad. I did, like, I would say, probably completed 95% of all the quests in the game. I will say that the imported face, there's probably still, even though it's one combined character creator, there is stuff off with this. Like, the goatee I have is stubble, which was in the first game, but it was very visible. You can barely see it here. So I need to customize the appearance again. Yeah, they have different presets in the second one than they do in the first one. No. Visual structure. Whoa, not orange. Tell us some of these colors, guys. I wish they would let you start off with what you already had customized. I feel like the skin tone's off. I don't know. I feel like that's the same where it was before. Don't want bug eyes. Bring that up. Bring that down. Still go with the lavender eyes. That's what I had last time. Bring the chin up. What's really thrown off is the hair. Alright, I think that's good. Yeah, same hairstyle, so it's that's black. You can't even see the beard at all, dude. See that? You can see more now, but the import character, you couldn't see it. I'm gonna go full stubble. I think that's about right. We're still gonna be a soldier. Yep. And accept.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. My God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move.
They definitely
Just lie
fixed
still.
the issues
Try to stay
here.
calm.
Where like now it's just double vision instead of being like weird texture outlines.
Steps pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
And this can so they supposedly move the camera so we don't have the gratuitous butt shots of Miranda. In a 360 version, their textures are popping in behind her. It's like there's this weird outline around her. That's better. Now you can actually see the facial hair.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed.
Still really faint for what's supposed to be like full stubble.
Shepard, your scars aren't healed, but I need you to get moving. This facility is
So it must be how they changed the lighting.
There's a pistol in the locker on the other side of the room. Hurry! Grab the pistol and armor from the locker. You don't have time to wait around, Shepard. Grab your weapon and armor.
Okay. So, because you play the first game, you do get some points. Alright, cool. Awakening.
The Asari
and they still have the codex, which is great. This is the best part about these games, is that they have the primary codex, everything's voice acted, and gives you the background on everything in the game. So if you when you play this game on your own, take the time to like listen to all the entries. It's totally worth it.
Pistol doesn't have a thermal clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a
And then they also added ammo in this to make it a little more tense instead of having overheating.
Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol. Looks like they set up a barricade to try holding the mechs off. Look out!
Okay, I need to change this. There we go. Nope, I did it wrong. God damn it. There we go.
We need to get to the shuttles.
Let's make sure we're on the right difficulty, right? Hardcore, yep. I said hardcore is the sweet spot to play the games at. Insanity is a little bit too hard, and hardcore is a good balance for where I think like gives you a good challenge with the difficulty of the world.
Security mechs are closing in on your
And this game, the soldiers' powers actually feel like powers now instead of just supplementary things that you can do. The Adrenaline Rush actually slows down time so you can actually fight, take down more enemies, and do more damage. The custom shot actually is an impactful shot. I want to say they added more bodies. These bodies weren't there originally.
more reinforcements heading your way. Here come the mechs. Use the grenade launcher to take them out.
We've been spotted.
Gotcha.
Take the elevator down one floor. Hurry! Get to the door! Run! You're doing fine, Shep. Head to the next room and I'll try to meet you. Shepard, read me. I've got them closing in on my position. Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
I thought originally you had to hack that, but I guess not.
Log update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money. Maybe it's better not to know. I just wish he'd kick a little more in my direction once in a while.
Spike from Cowboy Bebop. That's a little bit overkill.
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's worried Shepard might become the new favorite. Or maybe she is just a pure cold-hearted bitch.
They're coming! I've got him! Shepard, what the hell? On target!
Okay, Cat. Gotta wait for him to die.
What are you doing here? I thought you were still a work in progress.
Alright, cat. Cat. Okay.
Are you with Miranda?
That looks a lot better.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot this is all new to you right now. I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Damn it! Things must be worse than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
Okay.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
I know this isn't the best time, but I'm sick of stumbling around when I don't know what's going on.
Fair enough. I'll give you the quick version. You and your ship were attacked and destroyed. You were killed. Dead as dead can be when they brought you here. Our scientists spent the last 2 years putting you back together. You've been comatose, or worse, that whole time. Welcome back to your life.
This doesn't look like an Alliance facility.
It isn't. I can't say much more than that for now. The Alliance officially declared you killed in action. The whole galaxy thinks you're dead. And if we don't get to those shuttles, they'll be right.
Maybe it's time we got moving.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
The good stuff is cool. Alright, so do that.
Falling back. Ready to get the hell off this station?
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Okay, who are you?
What's your job here?
Depends on who you ask. Technically, I'm Miranda's top lieutenant, but I'm just a soldier. I served 5 years in the Alliance before this. Now I'm in charge of the station's security. Usually a lot more dull than this. Normally I don't fire my gun unless it's target practice.
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes.
Meat and
Anywhere else, they'd
tubes.
have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
What do you mean? Cloning? Cybernetics?
I don't know the details. You'd have to ask the scientists. But I'm pretty sure you're not a clone. They wanted to bring you back exactly as you were. You're still you. You just might have a few extra bits and pieces now.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Totally tubular.
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
Do you know anything about this attack? Who's behind it? What they're after?
Damned if I know. I was getting ready for some shut-eye, then bam! Bunch of explosions. Next thing I know, every damn mech in the place starts shooting at us. I'm guessing it had to be an inside job. You'd need top
Yeah,
security.
the reflections on the
access to hack
suits
all
are
the
new.
mechs.
Textures seem like they're all there, but I guess they're just more defined now.
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio. We lost contact just before I ran into you.
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer. She led the Lazarus team. It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived.
It's a
Few
nice
servicemen from the lower decks didn't get
cinematic
out.
shot where they pan
Navigator
around him
Presley was killed
as he
by an
explains this
explosion.
stuff.
But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
What's the quickest way to those shuttles?
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if we...
Check.
And it's Spike again.
Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
I think I remember a Wilson checking on me one time when I woke up.
That's him. He's the chief medical tech. Answers directly to Miranda. Come on. The service tunnels are this way.
They've seen us.
Damn it. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Authorized for lead report.
Wilson.
Oh god. They found me. Help!
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs, Shepard.
Oh god. I'm hit!
Physical reconstruction of subject is complete, but we still need to evaluate all mental and neurological functions. Our orders were clear. Make Commander Shepard who he was before the explosion. The same mind, the same morals, the same personality. If we alter his identity in any way, if he's somehow not the man he used to be, the Lazarus Project will have failed. I refuse to let that happen.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Metagel in the first aid station on the
This
wall.
is the one part where it
Hopefully there's
totally
enough
sounds
to
like a
get
game
above
because
the
they
movie
repeat
again.
themselves.
Grab the Metagel from the first aid station on the wall.
Should I grab the Metagel from the first aid station from the wall? Is that what I should grab? From this first aid station by the wall? You sure? Hey, you're a doctor. Get over it.
Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot.
Sure you
How do you
did.
explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor. But that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few...
I'm gonna overload the canisters to clear a path to the shuttles.
Yeah, blow it right next to you.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
Really
Maybe.
isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want to piss off the boss, it's your ass, Jacob.
The Lazarus Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
Yep.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Sarah. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance
Yeah, I shit down a
wants
bunch of your shit too.
But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back.
Because we don't know anything about them other than the fact that they killed General Kawaku, and that was it.
Deserve to know what's what.
And that they're
Once
running
we're off the station,
experiments.
I'll take you to the elusive man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah.
And there's a good chance that other players,
Nobody knows.
most
what he
players
really
don't
is.
know who
Whose
Cerberus
codename
is because they
the
didn't
Alliance
complete those missions.
Kinda stuck.
I don't care what they did or what you say. I'm not working with terrorists.
You can tell it to the boss, but after we've saved our butts.
I thought you had a hack too. Is there no hacking tutorials or cracking safes? I could have sworn you had to do that in the original game.
We've been spotted.
Collision proximity.
Come on over. All mine. Gotta hurt.
Engaged.
Alright. No, dude, you had to hack this stuff before. Bypass, okay. Alright. At least this moves faster. But that data pad on the ground you had to do the hacking for. Do they not have that?
But the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject.
I like the little smoke that comes off the gun when you reload. See? Watch. A little steam, and you have the little heat vapors. That was not there originally, so that's actually pretty nice that they added that.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
In the throat.
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think we'll...
Her hair definitely looks a little bit different.
Not anymore.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming. Come on, let's grab this shuttle and get out of here. My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the elusive man? I know you work for Cerberus.
Ah, Jacob. I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Yeah.
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life? Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could. Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
She's right. We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
I'm not sure I trust you.
This is the only shuttle off the station. You want to stay and rot with the mechs? Be my guest.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Was there more here? I think there was.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
I guess that's it.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
That looks a lot better and clearer now. I can still see the film grain they put over the cutscenes.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay.
This is where you can change
Record
some
show you were
choices
a
if you wanted
spacer
to.
kid, raised mostly on one ship or another. You enlisted and won a medal fighting Batarians.
The only thing
during
you can
the
change
Skillian
is who the
Blitz.
counselor is.
Do you remember that?
A lot of lives depended on me holding that position. I did what I had to.
However you want to put it, it was damn impressive. I had friends who were there. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call.
So before there's
Why did
Genesis,
you leave him behind?
this is basically your recap of the first game.
I left a friend to die that day, and I didn't do it casually. But I had to save as many people as I could. Caden gave his life for the rest of the team. Without him, I couldn't have stopped Saren. He died a hero.
I understand, Commander, and I wasn't judging your decision. Everybody at Cerberus knows that cloning facility had to be destroyed.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Okay, so because I did the Genesis thing, they didn't ask the last question, which was, hey, you picked somebody to be the counselor, who'd you pick? And there's where you can change it to Udina or to Anderson if you want to. Customize gear. The recon hood. I mean, the traditional gray. Or you go straight to black. Only two patterns, stripes or camouflage. Like, why do they even bother? Okay, apply casual appearance. Scientist. Wow, that looks so much better than the orange vest. And the pants look better too. We got the hoodie, and we got this. I do like this coat though. Okay.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive Man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
A necessary precaution. Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see your memory's still intact. How are you feeling?
You need to earn the right to ask me those kinds of questions.
Cerberus isn't as evil as you believe. You and I are on the same side. We just have different methods.
Cut to the chase. What are the Reapers doing that made you decide to bring me back?
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack. While you've been sleeping, entire colonies have been disappearing. Human colonies. We believe it's someone working for the Reapers, just as Saren and the Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
Fighting a war doesn't seem like Cerberus. Why are you involved?
We're committed to the advancement and preservation of humanity. If the Reapers are targeting us, trying to wipe us out, Cerberus will stop them. If we wait for politicians or the Alliance to act, no more human colonies will be left.
Sovereign was trying to harvest all life in the galaxy. Why would the Reapers target a few human colonies?
Hundreds of thousands of colonists have vanished. I'd say that fits the definition of harvesting. Nobody's paying attention because it's random, and the attacks occur in remote locations. I don't know why they've suddenly targeted humanity. Maybe you got their attention when you killed one of them.
Yeah, and then this is what they do in the second one. They change the order of stuff, so you have to pay attention to what the hell you're looking at.
You could have trained an entire army for what you spent to bring me back.
You're unique, not just in ability or what you've experienced, but in what you represent. You stood for humanity at a key moment.
So
You're
Cerberus
more
wants a
than
mascot.
You're a symbol. And I don't know if the Reapers understand fear, but you killed one. They have to respect that.
Then Alliance aid.
If this is a threat against humanity, you need to mobilize the Alliance.
They suffered substantial losses fighting Sovereign. They're rebuilding, still stretched too thin to waste resources verifying the Reaper threat. Blaming the abductions on mercs and pirates is easier and more convenient.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be disappointed if you accepted any of this without seeing for yourself. I have a shuttle ready to take you to Freedom's Progress, the latest colony to be abducted. Miranda and Jacob will brief you.
Miranda killed Wilson in cold blood. Jacob's just a gun for hire. You expect me to trust them?
Wilson was one of my best agents, but he was a traitor. Miranda did exactly what I expected of her, and she saved your life in more ways than one. Jacob's a soldier, one of the best. He's never fully trusted me, but he's always been honest about it. You'll be just fine with them. For now.
Is this a volunteer job, or am I being volunteered?
You always have a choice, Shepard. If you don't find the evidence we're both looking for, we can part ways. But first, go to Freedom's Progress. Find any clues you can. Who's abducting the colonies? Do they have any connection to the Reapers? I brought you back. It's up to you to do the rest.
Excuse me. That sneeze came out of nowhere.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this mission.
can't have anyone disobeying my commands when we get there.
I know who I report to. As long as you don't do anything to betray Cerberus, I'll follow your orders.
I never got a chance to say how much I appreciated what the Lazarus Project did for me.
I just hope it was worth it. A lot of people lost their lives on that station.
We have to work together here. Your attitude isn't helping anything.
I have the utmost respect for your abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our
I don't know why
cause.
she's so off-center.
I'd like to know more about the Lazarus Project from the person in charge.
I wasn't in charge. The elusive man was. If I was running the show, would have done a few things differently.
What would you have changed?
To start, I would have implanted you with some type of control chip. But the elusive man wouldn't allow it. He was afraid it might affect your personality, alter your character somehow. He wouldn't let us do anything that might limit your potential in any way.
Can't say I like the idea of being brought back to life with a control chip in my brain.
The elusive man is taking an incredible risk with you. I just hope his gamble pays off.
What can you tell me about this colony we're going to?
Freedom's Progress? It's a typical human settlement in the Terminus systems. They had a small military force for protection supplemented by mechs and security drones. Average in almost every way, really. Completely
Such a bitch,
unremarkable.
really.
Until the disappearance.
Any thoughts on what we might run into there?
A lot of empty buildings and one giant mystery.
Tell me a little about yourself.
Worried about my qualifications? I can crush a mech with my biotics or shoot its head off at 100 yards. Take your pick.
Did you and Jacob serve together in the Alliance?
No, the elusive man recognized my potential and recruited me at a young age.
How young?
Old enough to know this is what I wanted.
I was trying to get to know you as a human being.
I'm not looking for a friend, Shepard. Stay focused on the mission.
Goodbye.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
I'm glad the elusive man convinced you to join us, Commander.
I just agreed to work with him. I still don't trust him.
Do you trust me, Commander?
I haven't made up my
What
mind.
changes
about you
really
yet.
quick?
At least you're giving me a chance. Most Alliance soldiers hate Cerberus on principle.
You said you served in the Alliance?
5 years in total. Stationed all over the galaxy. Even spent a couple of years as a Corsair.
I've never heard of the Corsairs.
It was an Alliance initiative.
Yeah.
They
That
hired
changes since you
independent
help her out and
Starship
give her what
captains
she
and used them
wants.
for missions that fell outside official Alliance jurisdiction. Technically, we weren't part of the Alliance. If we ever got caught, they could disavow any knowledge of us. We were supposed to be free from restrictions and rules. But there was still enough red tape to sink a cruiser. I finally just gave up.
Why did you join Cerberus?
I guess I just got tired of never making a difference.
It sucks. You can't get
So much
his
of what we did in the
facial
Alliance seemed
hairstyle with the
pointless.
mustache,
I thought
the
things
little
would
soul
change
patch,
after the attack
and
on
the
the
Pharaoh's
Citadel.
beard.
Humanity was finally invited to join the Council. Nothing changed. Politics, bureaucracy, same bullshit, different leaders. Cerberus is different. When colonies go missing, we don't commission
Yeah,
a
they really
team to
upped
write
the
a
facial
report to figure
animation
out
in
what the
this
hell
game,
to do
too.
about it. We just go and find out.
Do you know anything about this colony we're going to?
It's called Freedom's Progress. Don't know much else. I guess we'll find out when we get there.
That's all for now.
Yes, sir.
I get 2 renegade points for that. Oh wow, this is much smaller than it was before. Import bonus. Start at level 3. Got a ton of money. I got 800,000 credits. Wow. Wait, it says 190 Paragon, 36 Renegade points. Yeah, they made it a lot smaller. It used to be the
We should be there
full
shortly,
screen,
Shepard.
basically.
The elusive man put us under your command. Do you have any orders?
What did you find at the other colonies?
Nothing. No signs of attack, no corpses. Not even a trace of unusual genetic material to give us a clue. They just disappear. And we've got no target to go after.
Are you sure you'll be comfortable following my orders?
We didn't bring you back from the dead just to second guess you, Commander. If the elusive man says you're in
Wow,
charge,
that's a bug
you're
on
in
the side of the
charge.
screen. Interesting.
What makes you think this investigation will turn up anything new?
At other colonies, official investigators got there first. Sometimes looters or salvage teams as well. We're hoping to be the first ones there this time. Maybe find clues before somebody else disturbs the scene.
Our first priority is to look for survivors.
That's unlikely, Commander. No one was left at the other colonies. They were completely deserted.
Be nice to find somebody. Anything's better than another ghost town.
Wow. That is totally the game. Doing this little weird pixelation. Now it's gone. Okay, good. But there's it's back on the right hand side. At least it's Conjuring gameplay. It looks like the cutscenes is where it's fucked up at. Alright. So that. I'm gonna want that. And you should turn that on.
Looks like everyone just got up and left right in the middle of dinner.
Strange. No bodies, no structural damage, and no signs of battle.
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris specs. Come on over. On it.
One south to the right. Shoot them before they pick up the shield. Perfect!
Oh, I'm dead. This is always a hard part because you don't have the weapons you want to have. This feels like what hardcore is supposed to be.
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris.
Okay, so auto level,
Strange. Security systems were disabled over the colony.
Hostile forces have engaged. Ed,
Here we go. You bet.
Charge him up!
Shoot them before they take out your shield.
Thunder shield!
Going now.
Going now.
Come on over! Moving the target.
Okay. Oh my god, I got killed from the side again. Ooh, death number 2.
Hear that? Sounds like Fenris.
Strange.
There we go.
Targeting!
Incoming.
seen us. Affirmative.
Got a line.
Alright. And this is where that extra line of dialogue comes from.
Stop right there!
Praza, you said you'd let me handle this. Wait, Shepard?
I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah, the cutscenes have this weird border on the side of it. I wonder if that's a Series S issue or an X.
You're alive?
Remember when I gave you that Geth data tally?
Yeah, see, this is a reference to
Help
that
you
one
complete your
mission.
pilgrimage?
Yes, it did. Praza, weapons down. This is definitely Commander Shepard.
I'll have to see if it does that on the X.
I don't know. Maybe we should ask.
I nearly died, Tally. Cerberus spent 2 years rebuilding me. They want me to investigate attacks on human colonies.
Likely story. No organization would commit so many resources to bring back one soldier.
You haven't seen Shepard in action, Praza. Trust me. It was
On the
money
right
well
side
spent.
of the screen, the
Perhaps
very
we can
edge,
work together.
there's color
We're
dotting.
here
I
looking
can see it
for a
on the
young
stream
Quarian named
as well.
Vitor. He was here on pilgrimage.
Let me see if I can see it on Twitch. Because then maybe it's just my monitor and the fact that it's split screen. So let's go back to my channel. Yeah, on the right side of the screen, there's these pixelated dots, a black bar on the very edge. Yeah, on the right side of the screen, there's these pixelated... So I don't know if it's because it's going through Elgato, or if that's an issue with the S.
Isn't that a little strange? A Quarian visiting a remote human colony?
It's easy enough to
Quarians can
ignore,
choose
but
where they go on
it's still there.
pilgrimage. Vitor liked the idea of helping a small settlement. He was always nervous in crowds.
She means that he was unstable. Combine that with damage to his suit CO2 scrubbers and an infection from an open-air exposure, and he's likely delirious.
When he saw us landing, he hid in a warehouse on the far side of town. We suspect he also programmed the mechs to attack anything that moved.
Vitor's the only one who can tell us what happened here. We should work together to find him.
Good idea. You'll need 2 teams to get past the drones anyway.
Now we're working with Cerberus?
No, Praza, you're working for me. If you can't follow orders, go wait on the ship.
I guess I'll have to see if that's a Series
Head to
S
the
thing or
warehouse through
X.
the center of the
Or it's
colony.
just because I'm going through
We'll circle around the far side and draw off some of the
the
drones to clear your
Elgato.
path.
Your people really don't like Cerberus. What did I miss?
They killed our people, infiltrated our flotilla, and tried to blow up one of our ships.
That's not how I'd have explained it exactly. It was nothing personal.
We can argue over who killed who later. Right now, we've got a job to do.
Agreed. We work together to get to Vitor.
Make sure to keep in radio contact.
Will do. Good luck, Shepard. Whatever happens, it's good to have you back.
Be careful, Shepard. There's a squad of security drones up ahead.
Thanks for the warning. We'll take care of them. Use overload on them.
Enemy down. Yeah. There we go.
That one. Oh. Got it.
I'm on it.
and take him away before you get here.
We should have expected this.
Come on, we can still catch them.
Hang out right here.
There we go. There we go.
Target down!
Shepard, we are inside the loading docks. Vitor reprogrammed the heavy mech. It's tearing Praza's squad apart.
They did want to get to Vitor first.
Get your squad into cover and I'll open the loading bay doors.
We'll take cover by the doors. Shepard, you take
Again, the
point.
only time I'll ever use this mechanic.
Moving to cover!
Going to cover!
Even though they
Take
supposedly
point,
improved
Shepard.
it.
We'll cover the door.
Crush.
That mech's got heavy armor plating. Those Quarians never stood a chance.
This is gonna be one tough son of a bitch to take down.
Okay, we got it though.
Overload will take out their shield.
What you really want to do with these guys is you want to be able to blow off their head. Alright, so I think ring around the rosy with him.
Engaging target.
Alright, we want to use this. The heavy pistol can actually take off his head. And pop. If you pop off the head. Oh, it didn't give me the nuclear explosion. That sucks. All right. Let's go in here first, talk to Tali.
This is your chance to go find Vitor while I tend to the wounded, Shepard. He's probably somewhere in the back of the loading bay.
Okay, guys, get out of my way. I think there's something over here, isn't there? Or no. No, there's not. Just double checking.
This should come in handy.
Yep. And take that.
Monsters coming back.
See, it's not there now.
Mechs will protect.
So this
Safe
might
from
be
swarms.
in-engine
Have to hide.
cutscene and not
No monsters.
a cutscene.
No swarms. No, 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 no.
No.
Vitor?
I mean, last one was in-engine. Nah, see, it's
Not yet.
back.
Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Have to hide. You're human.
Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
We weren't here.
We're not survivors, Vitor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like
Actually,
security
this
footage.
feels like
He
it's
must have
actually
pieced it
clear
together
now.
Manually.
What the hell is that?
My God. I think it's a collector.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you, freeze you, then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his Enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare, a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Elusive Man can figure it out.
I don't think there's anything else there.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of them, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Elusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Vitor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Vitor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
You don't have to take Vitor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
That sounds dangerous. What are you
That's
doing?
a new line.
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Vitor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
Producer. Okay, cool. So
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned.
I feel like this music is different too. There's some string instruments playing in the background. Either I didn't hear before, or they've
if they can manipulate relays,
modified it a bit.
That's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, and the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
If this is a war, I'll need an army. Or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Where's Garrus Vakarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Ashley Williams?
She's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. Her file is surprisingly well classified.
Where's Urdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
Where's Liara Tassoni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the Collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Mordin Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing Seeker swarms.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
All right. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky, with a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, records sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Illusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do.
Perfect line.
They aren't all
Don't trust
bad.
anybody who makes more than I
Saved
do.
your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night.
Oh yeah, we got the Normandy back.
It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
So even then, I thought you got to like maybe name it, rename the ship yourself, but no. No, we'll just name it the Normandy again. Confirmed that the source of attacks includes progress, scoring, survivor Vidor returned with Talizor and Minor Fleet. Until did anything useful. Let's recruit. Get scientists to build this upgrade.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
Not as bright as it was
I've
in
been
the
looking
original
over
game.
the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
Without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever
Like
run
it's
into
dark
the
like it was in the original
Acquiring
game.
Professor Solus seems
Where
like the most logical
Mass Effect
place to start.
2 originally the new
I'm
Normandy was
Normandy's
super bright.
Artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship.
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map.
Gratuitous butt shot.
Plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Yeah, that bug's gonna bug me, but we'll see. Access Normandy's other decks. Yeah, this was a lot brighter. I like when somebody's not sitting, the station's shut down.
Running green.
2. Da, da, da.
External camera's got a thumbprint on it. That is gonna bug me forever.
Yeah, it is.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby. Better than new. It fits me like
His
a
arm
glove.
still floats
And
above
leather
the
seats.
armrest.
Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
Wow.
Commander.
Ever think about the old Normandy and the trouble we got up to?
Yeah, those seem like the good old days now, but come on, it was hell at the time. Geth, Saren, Sovereign, and then we got dumped. We're stuck in a weird place, sure, but back then it wasn't all sunshine and bunnies.
What happened to the rest of the old crew? I heard most survived.
Almost did. Presley didn't. The rest of us just sort of drifted apart. The Alliance didn't care. I don't think they liked all the non-humans in your crew. We were your team, Commander. With the Normandy destroyed and you gone, there wasn't much keeping us together.
I assume everything is going well up here?
I really want a chance to put the Normandy through her paces. I just have to trim up the drive output and it'll be like we never lost her.
Safety standards advise against manipulating drive settings while engines are powered and in use, Mr. Moreau.
Commander, can we shut this thing off? I don't need it in my day-to-day.
I'm no fan either, but we're stuck with it.
Until I find a soldering gun. There's gotta be some wires I can cross to make it hurt.
No sabotage. Understood?
Yeah, don't break the boss's toys.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers.
It doesn't change all the
I've been
lighting.
assigned as your administrative assistant.
And changed her look
I'll
a
manage
bit.
your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound?
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh.
Yeah, they can really
but
change their
Cerberus has
hairstyle.
noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Illusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
I might do more than catch you, Kelly.
Now that's an enticing thought.
Ha, ha, ha,
Anything
ha.
else you'd like to talk about?
Nope, I'm
I
good.
better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk. Welcome aboard, Commander.
Oh, that's quick. Doesn't even have a loading screen for it.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
There's the Citadel music. Got a reflection here, that's kind of cool. Alright, well, this is where I'll stop the stream for now. Gotta go run some errands. But definitely some cool stuff. I'll have to check out some more. I'll play a little bit later. So thanks for watching the stream, and we'll see you guys next time. Let's save this. Alright. Okay, and have a good Tuesday, everybody.